Noswaith dda, good evening and welcome to this live Coleg Cambria question and answer session. This is specifically for parents, but not only for parents. So if you've joined us this evening, please stay tuned, stay on with us, and you'll get an opportunity to ask any questions you've got. Just to introduce myself, I'm Lizzie. I'm your host for this evening. I'm also Director for Inclusion and Progress. So hopefully we'll be able to answer any questions you have around support, whether that's wellbeing support, whether it's progress coaches, or whether it's learning support. I'll be able to answer those questions. And we have got a lovely panel with us this evening, and Kelly's just joined us. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, sorry I was a little late.
That's all right. I'll introduce the panel to you in just a second, but just to tell you a little bit about what's going to be going on. So over the next 45 minutes or so, we'll be here. We'll be discussing next week. Wow, where your child, young person, will be starting college, and you'll have the opportunity through your social media device or through your computer to be able to pop any questions to us. It'll come up on our screen, and we'll endeavour to answer them. We've also got some questions that we've been receiving throughout the day, and we'll be answering those as well. Just to say at this point, and I'll keep reminding you throughout the evening, there will be opportunities as well. If you think of questions later, that we'll tell you about how you can get in touch with the college. So don't worry about that. So over to the lovely panel, who thank you very much for joining us this evening. We do appreciate your time, and I think we've got a great array of people from across the college, and I'm going to ask you to introduce yourselves and tell the lovely viewers a little bit about what you do and what you might be able to help with. So I'm going to start with Ellen, please. Over to you.
Hello, croeso noswaith dda. So my name's Ellen Van Bodigom. So I'm the Curriculum Director for Welsh in Coleg Cambria. So any of your Welsh needs, Welsh inquiries when you start with us, if you've been to a Welsh school, maybe you've got no Welsh skills at all and you want to start some Welsh lessons, I'm the person to come and talk to. So croeso, and please send your questions in to us this evening.
Oh, fantastic, diolch, Ellen. Thank you very much. Owain?
Thanks, Lizzie. Hello, everyone. My name's Owain Roberts. I'm Head of Marketing and Admissions at Coleg Cambria. So anything to do with website, social media, and also every single application that comes into college will have been reviewed by my team and will have been managed by my team right the way up to the point of enrolment. So any questions about waiting lists or any questions about your applications or applying late or anything like that, I'll be happy to help this evening.
And we always have questions like that at this point in the year. So thank you for joining us, Owain. Much appreciated. Emma, over to you.
Hi, yes, my name's Emma Steadman. I'm Library and Academic Skills Manager. We've got libraries across all of the sites, and they're really vibrant, friendly, welcoming and inclusive spaces that you and your young people or your children can use. And we do provide also an additional service, which is to support academic skills as well. So if anything from time management to essay writing to exam prep and revision, we're there to support you.
Thanks, Emma, and I can vouch for the team there, all there to support and help and provide a very important service, as do all the services across the college. Speaking of which, Bethan, what service are you and what you might be able to help with?
Hi, I'm Bethan Charles. I'm Head of Learner Services, so I look after student services, which is transport, funding, information, advice and guidance, careers, and then we've got safeguarding as well and learner experience, so Active Cambria, Learner Voice, all things like that go alongside the curriculum areas.
Brilliant. And I'm going to mention the T word, transport, because I know that will be coming up. So if you have just joined us and you are wondering, you've got some questions around how's your child, young person going to get to college next week and what's about that, then Bethan will be able to help with that as well. Thank you. Ros, over to you.
Thanks very much. My name's Ros Mort. I'm the Curriculum Director for Skills over in Wrexham. So we look after the English and Maths when your children or young person joins college. So if they didn't get the grades that they wanted in school, we'll automatically support them with their English and maths journey, whether that's through the ESW route, the Essential Skills qualification, or they resit their GCSEs.
Absolutely, thanks, Ros. And I know that's been on a lot of people's minds this week. They've had the results, and people are, concerned about how it changes the course as well and things. So hopefully we'll be able to put you at ease this evening. We'll be able to reassure you that there is there's a place for everybody at Coleg Cambria, and tell you a little bit more about how we approach differing grades. And last but definitely not least is over to Kelly. Kelly?
Hi everyone, my name's Kelly Mapp-Jones. My team look after all your enrolments, registers, timetables. We issue lanyards. And my team also look after exams. So anything related to your personal data will be processed by my team, following on from Owain's team taking your application. So I work quite closely with Owain and Bethan to make sure your learner's journey is as smooth as possible and their data is kept secure.
Thanks, Kelly. I'm sure we'll have questions around that this evening. We did have a live Q&A last night for young people themselves and for students in general. And that was a question that came up around timetables and things. So please do let us have your questions. So just a reminder, you've got the opportunity now, pop your questions in, it'll come up on the screen, send us your questions in, and we will, as a panel, we'll be able to hopefully answer it. But just to reassure you, if we can't answer it now, we'll make sure that we do within the next day or so. Well, I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to say we will definitely answer it tomorrow. We'll find the person who knows the answer, and we will get that answer to you. Hailey, thanks very much for joining us. Appreciate it. And you've got a great question there. So I'm just going to read that out. So can your son's college bus pass be used to catch the college bus at any location, depending on where he's staying? That's a really valid question, and one that a lot of people are concerned about. Bethan, are you able to answer that for us?
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, as we appreciate, it can sometimes be difficult. I think according to our policy, it's £15 for multiple bus passes for mum and dad. However, what I will say is it depends on individual circumstances as well, because if it's college buses for mum's location and dad's location, then we can have a look at that, because it is going forward. Your ID card will be your bus pass on the college's network route. So come into student services and just ask the question, and we can give you some more advice and guidance. If it's an Arriva pass, then again that's slightly different, but we can certainly look into that and do whatever we need to accommodate that situation. Also, what I will say is we've got the Financial Contingency Fund, which is a college grant for learners and I suppose their parents, just if to help cover the cost of transport as well, if you're finding that difficult. So there's plenty of support, and that is a common scenario that we support learners with. So yeah, there is an option for multiple addresses for mum and dad, and we can sort that out once they start, if that answers your question.
Yeah, thanks, Bethan, and thanks for your question, Lee. Just on the subject actually of buses, because we have had questions through today. Is it too late to apply for a bus pass?
Absolutely not. And if you haven't paid yet, don't worry, because the first day when you come in for induction, you won't be asked to show your ID card. You'll be able to just get on the bus, and then once you get into college, you can pay. Then there'll be QR codes around the college, or call into student services and they'll be able to help.
So learners are able to get on the buses on the first day and sort it out later. Okay, that's really helpful to know, and that will solve a couple of questions we had in earlier. And you mentioned there, Bethan, as well about Financial Contingency Fund. So are you able to tell us a little bit more about that? Is that available for English and Welsh students?
Yes, it is. So the Educational Maintenance Allowance and Welsh Government Learning Grant are for Welsh residents only, but financial contingency fund can be used for learners who are over the border as well. So also, just going back to transport, we've got an exciting new system on the buses, on our college buses this year, similar to sort of like public buses, where learners will get on the bus and they will tap the system, tap their card on a device, and we'll be able to log that the young person's got on the bus. We'll be able to see where the buses are, so if they're running late, that sort of thing. So it will significantly improve all the information that we have, and we'll know who's getting on the bus. So that's quite an exciting development.
I think it is exciting, and I know it's caused a great stir in the college. It doesn't sound much, but actually it's going to make things a lot easier, a lot smoother for learners, and it will make it a lot simpler for them just to get to and from college. But we mentioned there about cards. You'll see us all here. We've got our cards, we've got our lanyards on, and I think it's a good time now to just mention the importance of lanyards and to remind parents to support your child or young person to make sure that they have their pass at all times, their card and their lanyard at all times. It is vital. It's a vital way of getting around college. It's vital for getting on transport, getting into classes and things. The lanyards are really important, and a great life skill as well, because the vast majority of workplaces now do have that identification process. It's also, most importantly, isn't it, Beth, and it's a safeguarding need, so that we know who's on site. So
absolutely,
we welcome, as staff and colleagues at Coleg Cambria, we really welcome that support from parents in ensuring that skill is developed. If there is a problem with lanyards or the loss of your pass, then the student services are able to support with that. But we really are trying to get our students to understand the importance of taking responsibility for that pass. I think that's fair to say. Okay, so if you've just joined us, welcome, Croso. Welcome to this live Q&A session. This is it's for parents, but don't let that stop you. If you're not a parent and you've got questions, pop them in anyway. It's absolutely fine. We've got a panel of people here from across the college who will be able to answer any questions you have or be able to direct you. However, it's not the only way of getting information about Coleg Cambria. We've got a fantastic accessible website. It's absolutely brilliant. So if you haven't already been on it, please do. It's www.cambria.ac.uk. There's all sorts of information available on there, from support to different courses to knowing who different staff are. It's all there available for you. If you'd like to speak to somebody, you're not able to get into the college, but you'd like to speak to somebody directly, please do give us a call. There will be somebody there ready to take your call on 0300 30 30 007. So pick up the phone and give us a call. I'm going to go to a question we had a bit earlier, which is around. I knew this had come up, Ros. It's about maths, and is it compulsory to resit maths at any age, or is it optional? So can you just tell us a little bit about the resit process, and especially for parents here whose child or young person hasn't got the grade they were expecting? What's the process there?
Thanks, Lizzie. So if your young person or child is enrolled on a course for this year, they'll automatically be allocated a skills class if they didn't get a grade C at GCSE. If you're over the border in England, if they didn't quite get their 3 or 4, then you'll have the opportunity to resit. When we do the resits, we meet with learners and discuss their needs, because we're finding that a lot more learners prefer an essential skills route. The essential skills qualification at level 2 is seen as the equivalent of a grade C. There's a government website that confirms that as well, and it's recognised by employers and universities. So when they enrol on their main course, they'll be allocated a skills slot with us, and then they'll be timetabled to skills for up to 4 hours a week and get to resit their English and maths during that time. If somebody wants to resit their GCSE English and maths and they're not on a full-time course, we do have part-time courses available. We have an online option, and we also have night classes run at our D-side site this year. So they're available as well for a small fee. And I think some of the fees are waived if they're under 18 as well. So we've got quite a few options available. If they did get their C at GCSE and they have enrolled on a main course, they're still required to carry on upskilling in some way. So they'll undertake a digital literacy and employability certificate as well. So they get to carry on upskilling while they're on the main course too.
Brilliant. So I think the key thing here is not to worry. There is a course for everybody. We do have that availability in the college to support your maths and English development, whatever level you are, haven't we? And if people are concerned, who do they get in touch with, Roz?
They can email skillswrexham@cambria.ac.uk, or even if they get in touch with admissions or any college contact, they'll always forward the queries on to somebody in the skills team. So someone will always come back to you as soon as possible.
Brilliant. And if by magic at the bottom of our page here is the address to get in touch with, admissions@cambria.ac.uk, and again you can you can ring us if you like. You can also contact us you can message us through the website directly as well. So lots of ways in which you can pop your questions to us. Thanks very much for that, Roz. If you have just joined us and you have any further questions around any of these topics, maths and English, around transport, around what equipment's available in the college, or around I've seen one come through around timetables already, actually. But if you have got your questions, please do pop them into us and we will make sure that we answer them. So we've had a question in. Oh, here we go. We've got another one coming through as well. Charlotte, thank you very much for joining us. And this is a question that's been coming through a lot. So thank you very much for putting it on the screen for us. Will the students' timetables be online or just on paper? So who would like to answer that? Kelly, and maybe Owain, you can tell us a little bit more about the app as well.
Yeah, I can answer that. So we wouldn't ordinarily print them. However, at the request of the learner, if they would like a paper copy, the answer is yes, we can print them. Timetables will be allocated during induction. So from induction, they will appear on the college app. So the learner will have the timetable literally in the palm of their hands. But if they do want a paper copy, that is an option. We just wouldn't print them and hand them out. But if they ask their tutor, progress coach, or any member of staff that will be available in the hubs during induction week, they'll be able to print it for you.
So I can jump in and just let you know how you can get the app. So the app's available on the Apple App Store as well as the Android App Store, but there's also, it's on our college website. We've got a new student section of the website, which is www.cambria.ac.uk/new student. And within there's all the information that all new students and parents might need, including a section on the app, which will tell you what the app can do and how you can download it onto your phone. And as Kelly quite rightly said, everything you'll need is in the palm of your hand, and it will change. Say your timetable changes, it changes on the app. So it will keep it live for you when you join Cambria.
That's really helpful. Thank you both. Owain, what else has the app got on it?
So the app also allows us to tell you exciting things that are going on across different college sites. We push out food offers as well at our berry outlets that are located at all our college sites. So there could be a free donut or a free milkshake, all sorts of exciting different food promotions. But also it will promote things like Freshers Fair, which will be coming up in your first week. So keep an eye out for Freshers Fair. You can find out about that on the app, as well as any additional support needs that you might need. You can contact us through the app. So the app is a really, really powerful communication tool for the college, and we encourage students to download that as soon as they arrive with us. primarily for the timetable, but as you quite rightly say, Lizzie, there's lots and lots and lots of other benefits to it.
Yeah, and it is the way in which learners tell us about absence. So if they're going to be absent, that is, they would use the app. Obviously, if there are any problems getting any devices or having any technology problems or anything, we are able to provide some support, maybe through the financial, I'm saying this, Beth, and I'm looking at you thinking, am I saying the right thing? Financial contingency fund would be able to support. And also when it comes to Chromebooks, the library do have access. But I know, Emma, you're going to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure, I can go into that now. So across all the library sites, we've got lots of computers that you can use when you've got breaks in your timetables, if you've got study sessions that you need to get some of your work done outside of your timetabled curriculum sort of program. So they're all available for you to use at any time. And then we also do actually have Chromebooks that we can loan on a very short-term loan basis. So if you've got something that you need to do over a weekend, pop into the libraries and we'll do our best to get a Chromebook to you that you can use for those sorts of purposes.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, so I was just going to say, send us your questions, but Claire, thank you very much. I appreciate your question, and it's a really good question, and one that a lot of people are querying this week. So your son's returning for second year at Northup and hasn't heard about the start date. So when will he hear? Kelly, do we have an answer for that?
Yeah, so hi Claire, thanks for your question. Start date email started to go out from today. Now bear in mind we have had a lot of emails to send, I would say in the space of 6,500, so it should land in his inbox and yours as well at some point today. If for whatever reason that still hasn't arrived, please email us at welcome@cambria.ac.uk and we can manually send that out to you. But don't worry, you will get notified. Generally, most courses are starting next week for new learners, and second years learners will return the following week. But if you drop us an email at welcome@cambria with your son's details, one of the team will respond to you within 24 hours and let you know.
Fantastic. Thank you, Claire. I hope that answers it for you. If you've got any more queries, just pop them in here or get in touch with us, one or the other. Thank you very much. And more questions coming through. Sally Jane, thank you very much. Your son's starting at Deeside this year on esports. He's got an IDP. You've not heard anything? Well, I can definitely make sure that we pick this up as a matter of urgency tomorrow morning. Usually there is a whole transition process, but yeah, totally get that. We will actually, if you are able, it might be easier for you just now just to send an email to learning.support@cambria.ac.uk. Copy and paste that query into it, and I will make sure I will chase that up again tomorrow and make sure that you get that answer by lunchtime tomorrow. So hopefully that puts your mind at ease. But yeah, if you do have any questions, if you're a parent on here and you've got any questions around any of our learning support, whether your young person has a EHCP or an IDP, or if you are wondering what support is available in the college, then that's the email address to contact us on, and we will get back to you very quickly. Jackie, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Jackie. That's great. Yes, the support available in Coleg Cambria is really good, and I can say that with impunity. What I would say as well, though, it can be nerve-wracking for a parent for the first year or so, because it is that transition from school into college and that close contact you have with school. We create. We're starting to create more of an independence, and it is different setup in a college compared to a school. But Coleg Cambria prides itself on its inclusion. It prides itself on the resources we have available and the staff we have available. So just to give you a bit of an understanding of what's what we do have autism mentors in the college. We have communication support workers. We've got learning support staff who go in classes, in foundation classes. We've also got specialist tutors zoned to all sites. So specialist tutors will support with things like dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, and we'll make sure that exams and assignments have the extra time they require. So there is plenty of support available. Again, the website has a good amount of detail in that. If you want to have a look, just get in touch. Just have a look at the website on www.cambria.ac.uk. Apologies, I thought I'd never forget that. I thought it was imprinted on my brain, but there you go. I've forgotten it. But thank you, Shell, for your question. Do you still provide support for young carers? Absolutely. And I will say we introduced this year a club for young carers. That's at Yale site that we are going to extend across other sites now. And that was really popular. And we had some we saw some great impact on how important that was. But Bethan, do you want to answer any more about young carers?
Yeah, just to say that through QCSC, we did receive an award for the support that we gave to young carers in terms of just making sure that everything is put in place, that if there are mitigating circumstances, if they need to come early or go a bit come in a bit later or go a bit earlier, that we can look at putting things in place. So everybody's treated as an individual as well. But if you're identified as a young carer, then someone from the team will reach out and just make sure that everything's in place, ready for the start of term, and can also act as that mediator between yourselves and the curriculum staff, so you're not telling your story several times and having to explain multiple people why perhaps things aren't quite as, I suppose, to remove the barriers that there may be. But we're just there.
Absolutely. And we do have some young carers who just don't want any involvement with us, and that's absolutely their right. We've got others who really enjoy that sort of like that support available. And it's all about the individual. And I think that's what we really strive to do at Coleg Cambria, is look at the individual and to make sure that we are meeting needs, but also aspirations. Kate, hi, thanks very much for joining us, Kate. And how soon into the year will IDP reviews be conducted? Well, I can't say that exactly. I think we've just finished off the last year. I know that the team have been working on IDP review dates already. The most important thing is that you have contact and you know who your support coordinator is. So if you let us know which site you're on, so you can message us, and we won't put it up on screen. Let us know what site you're on, then we'll make sure you know who your support coordinator is. They will inform you, they will keep in touch with you, and you can contact them and have any queries like that. I'm pretty sure we review IDPs quite quickly, so certainly within the first term, but I wouldn't like to say that definitely at this moment. Yeah, you can get some more details. Well done in the background there, idp@cambria.ac.uk. So if you have got concerns, or if there's certain dates, if you want an early review, we can arrange that as well. If there's a reason why you'd like an early review, then we can do that as well. So just pop your query into idp@cambria.ac.uk. And that relationship with your support coordinator is really important going forwards. Hope that alleviates some concerns or some queries. If you've just joined us, welcome. We're stomping through. We're getting loads of queries, which is exactly how we like it. We like loads of questions at this point of the year. Just to reiterate what I said at the beginning, don't worry if you haven't had a chance to ask your question this evening, or if you think of something later. Don't worry, because you can get in touch with us in lots of different ways. You can contact us via social media. You can contact us via the website directly, or you can ring us on 0300 30 30 007, or you can come in. forgot what the last one was, but you can come in and see us. If you would rather see somebody face to face, then we do have people on site tomorrow. Feel free to pop in and have a chat with us. We've got the same aim as you, which is trying to make things as smooth as possible for your child or young person. So please do get in touch. Ellen, we've been having a few questions here around people speaking Welsh. I think there's people are concerned they went to a Welsh medium school and therefore want to make sure that is still available when they come to Coleg Cambria. And how can they actually continue to develop their Welsh language skills is one question, which I think is really, really a good question. Are you able to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. So, if students want to study through the medium of Welsh, or even if they want to develop the Welsh skills that they have, the Welsh team can support them. We can offer mentoring, one-to-one guidance. We can even improve your written and your speaking skills with those one-to-one sessions. We've got a really good translation team, so any of your work can be translated. You can complete different units in Welsh. We've got online taster courses, Welsh lessons that you can attend. Even if you're a complete beginner, we've got beginners Welsh lessons, or just for you to improve your Welsh. As I said, we've got one-to-one mentoring sessions for you.
That's fantastic. And we're really passionate, aren't we, as a college, in improving those skills and continuing those skills and making sure that the Welsh language is upheld throughout the whole college. So it's a great question, isn't it?
Yes, a very, very good question. And we do get a lot of questions saying, a parent saying that their child or young person has gone to a Welsh school and how they can actually continue their studies in Welsh. And as I said, it's what we get, asked a lot. But all students that come to us, the Welsh students, they can submit their written work, they can have bilingual notes, they can have assessments, they can have PCs in Welsh, and any meetings, anything they require, even subject-specific terminology, everything's available for them in Welsh.
Absolutely brilliant. That's really helpful. Thank you. So hopefully that's reassured. If you're watching now and you want to make sure that those skills are continued, then hopefully that's reassured you. But I know the team are so helpful and will be there to support you. Okay. Hi, Ruthie. Thanks very much. Thanks for being here this evening. Your daughter would like to retake a maths GCSE. How did she go about doing this alongside her nails and beauty level 2 course? Ros, we've got Ros here. You're the perfect person to be able to answer that for us.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Lizzie. Thanks, Ruthie. If your daughter's enrolled on a level 2 nails and beauty course, she'll have automatically been given, the whole group will have been given a timetabled slot for their maths and English classes. So during the induction next week, that course will come up to the Skills Hub and meet with the skills, the English and maths tutors. And that's when we'll have a chat with them about either resitting their GCSE or potentially exploring the SW route as well. So that'll automatically happen as part of their enrolment and their induction process at Cambria. So it's not a problem.
Okay, hope that answers your question, Ruthie, but do get in touch if you need to know more. And thanks, Ros, for answering that. Please do keep your questions coming in, keeping us on our toes this evening. It's exactly how we like it. Hi, Phil. Thanks very much for joining us. Is there a map of designated pickup points for buses? Good question. Is there a map, Bethan?
That's a really, really good question. I don't think that we've got a map necessarily, but all of the routes are listed on our website. But maybe that is something that we look into for going forward. That's a really good idea, and that would be really helpful. So thank you for that. But
so
yeah,
where would Phil find the list of routes?
So it's all on the website. So under supporting you, there's a transport tab and all of the lists for Deeside, Northup, Llysfasi and Yale are on there. So yeah, all that information is there.
Brilliant. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for your question, but also thanks for the idea. I think that's a great idea. And you've got me thinking now about things like the what 3 words and things like that we could potentially use. So, you know, if you do have any great ideas like Phil's just had, then please do let us know. Answers on a postcard, please. But that was really helpful. And hopefully at least you get to know what the pickup points are via the website. So thank you. Keep the questions coming in. We've got quite a few. I think we've answered about start dates, haven't we? Really, there's a few questions coming in around start dates. Anyone got anything to add about start dates? Nope. Okay.
Just to say that if anyone is unsure and they're not sure, just welcome@cambria.ac.uk.
Fantastic.
That's the best place. Or they can give us a call as well if they ring the college and ask to speak to Learner Data Services. Someone will be put you through to my team and we'll be able to give you the start date over the phone.
Brilliant.
And if I could just jump back to the transport and the list of where pickup points are, etc. And that can be found at cambria.ac.uk/transport. And then there's routes from all the different sites within that page. So hopefully we've got it coming up at the bottom. Brilliant. That's great stuff.
Fab. And you can, if you haven't got a chance to write that down, because that is a very long one, then don't worry, because you can watch this back and you can pause it and you'll be able to see that at your leisure then. So thanks very much, and thanks for jumping in there, Owain. And while you're there, Owain, just another one that maybe you'll be able to help with, kit lists. We've had a couple of queries around what they should wear on the first day. And I know we had this last night as well. So are you able to tell us a little bit about kit and equipment lists and what's expected initially?
No problem. Yeah, we've had this on social media today as well. People asking us what they should wear on their first day. And my advice is to wear what you're comfortable in. So you don't need to come in your workwear or your kit. Just wear what you're comfortable in. The first day is really just about you getting to meet new friends, meet your tutors, find your way around college. So just wear something you're really comfortable in. Yes, there are kit lists for each different course, and you'll find out more about those next week if you haven't done already through the application process. If you want to know what the kit list looks like and what's going to be required, if you go onto the college website, find the course that you're enrolled on, go onto the course profile, so find the information that describes what the course is about, and then at the bottom of that page you'll find the kit list for each of the different courses. But don't worry too much. All that information can be provided and will be provided by the tutors next week.
Yeah. So the secret is don't worry about that first day. Might be an idea to bring maybe a pen or something with you, but you don't need to worry about having any of the equipment that very first day. I would say you might be doing quite a bit of moving around, so do be comfortable. Be comfortable in the clothes that you're wearing. And I think you hit the nail on the head there, Owain, by saying this is about orientation, getting used to the college. That first week is all about settling a young person in so that they feel comfortable, making sure that they know everything that they need to know to be able to continue, and making friends, which for some people, if they're coming to college where they don't know anybody, it's really important, and getting to know the tutors as well. So it's all about that, getting used to college. So we don't get stuck into the actual coursework until the following week.
And on that first day as well, I think we'd all agree that it's all hands on deck across all the sites. There's tons and tons of people that will be really friendly and really helpful and really smiley, welcoming you to college sites. We'll all be branded. We'll be in high vis, where you'll be greeted from the buses. So you don't have to worry about finding your way around or finding your way to a classroom. That's taken all out of your hands, and we can guide you to where you need to be, to collection points where there'll be tutors waiting. So please don't think you've got to come to college and find the classroom, or you've got to come to college and find the tutor. There'll be so many people there that will guide you to where you need to be. It's nothing to worry about.
And every single site has a wellbeing hub on site, which is a place to go to. It's always got staff there, and it's a place to go to maybe chill out if you're feeling, if if they're feeling a bit anxious on that first day, not sure where to go for lunch or anything like that, they can always pop in there and have a chat to staff there. We'll make sure that they're not left or feeling anxious somewhere on their own. So don't worry about that. Emma, the libraries are open at lunch times as well. We're talking about, I don't know how we've managed, but we've swerved into lunch times and break times and things. But libraries provide a great service, don't they, for that as well?
Yeah, definitely. We're open all throughout the day. So anytime that you feel like you want somewhere to drop in, somewhere that's generally a little bit quieter, but that's not to say that we're the old-fashioned type of libraries. It is a place where you can meet friends and relax in as well. We have sort of areas where it might be a bit more comfortable. You can charge your phones in our library spaces. We've got magazines that you might want to have a sit and read through just out of interest. And we've also got important things like stationery. So Lizzie's saying, don't forget your pen, but don't worry if you do, because we can sell you some stationery or even just loan you a pen, to be honest. We'll just do anything we can to make sure that you're comfortable and happy. And also, just on that note as well, we've got games in most of our libraries as well. So during lunchtime, if you fancy a quick game of chess or Uno, you can pop into the libraries and do that there as well.
Yeah, and there's also, I mean, it's just brilliant. They're going to have the time of their lives. Let's face it, aren't they? It's a great time coming to college. We've got clubs and activities. Our learner voice team, they do some fantastic work. They get to know learners, and if a learner comes and says that they've got they're interested in something, we don't have a club for it, they make a real effort to create a club, and we've had loads of clubs that have been developed because learners wanted it. So there's so much to do or not to do. If you don't want to do you don't want to be involved in any clubs or activities or anything, then they don't have to, but you know, the world is their oyster if they so choose to. So it's all there. Oh, sorry, that just came up at the bottom of the screen. If you want to know more about what's available, or you do have some ideas, then studentvoice@cambria.ac.uk. Brilliant. So we've got just a couple more coming through here. We've got one about if their daughter doesn't like their course when they start, what can happen there? Who'd be able to answer that? Owen, would you be able to answer that?
I'll answer it with Beth and support, I think, really. We have a process called Swap Don't Drop, which kicks in, I think it's the week after, it's a couple of weeks after induction, is it, Beth Ann? Yeah. So what we'd say what we'd say is we'd say, come and give it a try. Give your course a try. Don't make it a snap decision. Please do give the course a chance. Give the subject area a chance. We understand that people might change their minds, and we have a process in place to do that. So Beth Ann, do you want to talk a bit more about the Swap Don't Drop process?
Yeah, so the first week of term, there'll be transition hubs on every site. So if somebody has started a course that they're not particularly enjoying, again, try and stick it out. But if you think this is absolutely not for me, then there's transition hubs that learners can go to and speak to the curriculum managers about the course and perhaps changing. And then after that, Swap Don't Drop kicks in, and that is very much as it says, don't just drop off, just come and speak to us and we will find you another course. We're here to help. We will absolutely find you something else in a subject that you're interested in. So the important thing is speak to your tutors, speak to student services, and you'll have a progress coach as well. So speak to them. There's lots of people, so just speak to anyone and we'll find something for you. But don't just go off and think college isn't for me, because there will be something.
Thank you, and hopefully that is reassuring. And I think that's a really good note. If you've with us now, you've got more questions. Hopefully we've given you some options there to get in touch. Just one last reminder, please do pop your questions in on the website www.cambria.ac.uk or give us a call. But again, if you've got any concerns at all, it's we're here to support. You can pop in, you can ring us, you can message us, and we will get back to you. I will follow up the ones that I've got, and I'm sure other people have got some follow-ups as well. So we'll make sure we get back in touch with you very, very shortly. And that just leaves me to say a massive thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for picking Coleg Cambria. We think it's a great college. Our learners tell us it's a great college, and this is going to be a great experience for your young person or child who's joining us. However, it only works if you work with us. So please do stay in touch. Let us know if there's anything you need. And in the meantime, I think we've got another one of these next week. I think, Owen, we've got another one next Thursday.
We've got 2 next week, Wednesday and Thursday, aimed again at learners that perhaps have joined us and have got queries that have popped up, or parents that have got young people that have joined us and have got queries that have popped up. So yeah, everyone will be back same time next Wednesday and Thursday, and you can book on through the website and join us on Facebook and on YouTube. But thank you, Lizzie.
Well, I shall wish you all a very nice evening, even though it's rather dark and rainy out there. But and please do say to your young person that we are very much looking forward to having them in the college next week, and just reassure them that we are there to make that as smooth as possible. Massive thank you to panel. Thank you for joining us this evening. Has anybody got anything they need to add? No? In that case, we will maybe see you online next week. If not, we'll definitely be seeing your son, daughter at some point during induction next week. Nostar, thank you very much. Good night.